the gateway to instant transformation. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to radiate an energy that feels so uplifting, so magnetic, that you can't help but be drawn to them? What if I told you that the secret to this lies not in anything external, but in an inner state that you can access instantly? Yes, you, right here, right now. You already hold the key to shifting into a higher vibration, a state of being so profound that it cracks open the walls of the ordinary and lets you step into the extraordinary, the fifth dimension. But before we dive into the how, let me ask you this: what holds you back from feeling limitless? Is it fear, doubt, a sense that you are confined by the material world and its endless demands? If so, you're not alone. We all feel the weight of this dense reality. But here's the truth: that weight is an illusion. And once you see through it, even for a moment, you'll realize just how light, expansive, and infinite your true nature is.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons.
You see, the fifth dimension is not some far-off mystical place. It's not a destination you need to get to. It's a frequency, a vibration, a state of consciousness that already exists within you. Imagine your consciousness as a radio dial. Most of us are tuned into the static of the third dimension, the hustle, the stress, the endless loop of doing and achieving. Occasionally, we catch glimpses of something higher, a melody of peace, clarity, and unconditional love. That's the fifth dimension calling you. And today I want to show you how to tune in. Here's the first step: take a deep breath. Right now, inhale deeply through your nose and exhale slowly through your mouth. Feel that? That's not just air leaving your lungs. That's energy moving. That's life force flowing. And here's the secret: your breath is the bridge. It's the simplest, most immediate tool you have to raise your vibration. But it's not just about breathing. It's about how you breathe and what you focus on as you do it. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine a golden light, soft and warm, descending over you like a gentle rain. With each inhale, see that light filling your body, pouring into every cell, every thought, every emotion. Feel it expanding your energy field, radiating out from your heart like ripples in a still lake. And as you exhale, imagine everything heavy: fear, doubt, tension leaving your body, dissolving into nothingness. Do this for just 1 minute, and something incredible happens. You shift. Your energy shifts. Your vibration lifts higher, like a bird taking flight. This isn't just a mental exercise, it's a quantum act. In that moment, you're not just thinking about the fifth dimension, you're there, you're being it. But let's take this deeper. Why does this work? Because everything in the universe is energy. Every thought, every emotion, every experience has a vibrational frequency. Fear, anger, and worry vibrate low and dense. They keep you tethered to the third dimension, where life feels heavy and limited. But love, joy, gratitude, those are high frequencies. They resonate with the fifth dimension, where life flows effortlessly and miracles become the norm. Here's the profound part: when you raise your vibration, you don't just change how you feel, you change what you attract. The universe is like a mirror. It reflects back the energy you project. So when you consciously lift your vibration, you're not only aligning with the fifth dimension, you're inviting it to align with you. The doors open. Synchronicities appear. The very fabric of your reality begins to shift. But here's the question I want you to sit with: what are you vibrating right now? If you're honest with yourself, are you radiating love and joy, or are you stuck in fear, doubt, or resentment? The answer matters because your vibration is the signal you're sending out into the universe. And the universe always responds. The science and mysticism of instant vibration shifts. To truly understand how to raise your vibration instantly, how to step into the fifth dimension in just one moment, we need to explore the profound connection between science and spirituality. Because you see, this isn't just some mystical concept reserved for yogis, monks, or spiritual masters. It's rooted in the very fabric of the universe, in the quantum fields that govern all of existence. Let's start with a simple yet groundbreaking idea: energy follows intention. Science tells us that everything in the universe is made up of energy vibrating at different frequencies. Even the most solid objects are, at their core, just particles in motion, vibrating at a certain speed. The slower the vibration, the denser the object. The faster the vibration, the lighter, more fluid, and expansive it becomes. Now, here's the key: your thoughts, your emotions, and even your intentions are all forms of energy. They vibrate. They ripple out into the quantum field, influencing the reality around you. Think about this for a moment. What if every thought you've ever had is like a pebble dropped into the ocean of existence? What kind of waves have you been creating? Are you sending out ripples of love, gratitude, and peace? Or are you unknowingly creating waves of fear, lack, and resistance? The answer to this question is more important than you realize, because the frequency you vibrate at determines the reality you experience. This is where the fifth dimension comes in. In the third dimension, where most of us live day to day, reality feels rigid. Time is linear. Cause and effect govern everything. But the fifth dimension operates differently. It's a realm where time collapses, where possibilities unfold instantaneously, and where you experience yourself as a co-creator of your reality. In this dimension, action is not as important as alignment. In other words, it's not about what you do, it's about the energy you bring to it. So how do you shift into this state instantly? Let's dive into a powerful practice that merges science and mysticism: the heart coherence method. This is something that even researchers at institutions like the HeartMath Institute have studied extensively. Your heart isn't just a pump, it's an electromagnetic powerhouse, generating a field that extends several feet beyond your body. And here's the fascinating part: the frequency of your heart's electromagnetic field changes depending on your emotional state. When you're feeling stressed, anxious, or angry, your heart's rhythm becomes erratic. This chaotic vibration ripples out into your energy field, disrupting not only your own body but also the energy of those around you. But when you tune into emotions like love, gratitude, and compassion, your heart's rhythm becomes harmonious. This state of coherence creates a powerful, stable vibration that aligns you with the higher frequencies of the fifth dimension. Try this right now. Place your hand over your heart. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, focus on something you're deeply grateful for. It could be a person, a moment, or even the simple fact that you're alive. Feel that gratitude expand in your chest, like a warm, glowing light. Hold on to that feeling. Let it fill you up completely. Do you feel the shift? That's not just your imagination. In that moment, you've created coherence in your heart's electromagnetic field. You've raised your vibration. And here's the truly mystical part: when you do this, you're not just changing your inner state, you're influencing the quantum field around you. You're sending out a signal to the universe that says, I am aligned. I am ready to receive. Now let's go deeper. The fifth dimension isn't just about feeling good or raising your vibration for a moment. It's about embodying a new way of being. And this requires a profound shift in how you perceive yourself and the world. Most of us live with the illusion of separation, that we are isolated beings, disconnected from each other and from the universe. But this couldn't be further from the truth. Quantum physics tells us that everything is interconnected. At the subatomic level, particles that were once connected remain entangled, no matter how far apart they are. This means that what happens to one particle instantly affects the other. Now think about this on a larger scale. If everything in the universe is connected at the quantum level, then you are not separate from anything. Not the stars, not the trees, not the cheese, not the people around you. Here's the question I want you to ask yourself: what would your life look like if you truly believed that you are one with the universe? Would you still hold on to fear? Would you still feel the need to control everything? Or would you surrender to the flow, trusting that the universe is always conspiring in your favor? This mindset shift is crucial, because the fifth dimension is not just a frequency you visit, it's a state of consciousness you embody. It's living as though every moment is sacred, as though every being you encounter is a reflection of the divine. It's letting go of judgment, of resistance, of striving, and stepping into a state of flow, presence, and unconditional love. But here's the paradox: the fifth dimension doesn't require you to change who you are. It only asks you to remember who you are, to peel back the layers of fear, doubt, and conditioning that have clouded your true essence. Because at your core, you are already vibrating at the frequency of love, joy, and infinite possibility. Before we move on, let me leave you with this exercise. The next time you feel yourself slipping into a lower vibration, whether it's stress, frustration, or fear, pause. Take a deep breath. Place your hand over your heart and ask yourself one simple question: what would love do right now? In that moment, you are not just shifting your vibration, you are stepping into the fifth dimension. Living as a vibrational master in the fifth dimension. Now that you've begun to understand how to instantly raise your vibration and step into the fifth dimension, the next question is, how do you stay there? Because the truth is, visiting this higher state of being is only the beginning. The real transformation happens when you learn to live in this vibration, when it becomes your natural state, not just a fleeting experience. But let me ask you something before we go any further. What does mastery mean to you? Is it perfection? Is it control? Or is it something deeper, perhaps an unshakable alignment with your truest self? Mastery, in the context of the fifth dimension, is not about controlling your thoughts or emotions. It's not about always being positive. It's about anchoring yourself in a vibration so high, so steady, that even when life throws challenges your way, you remain rooted in love, trust, and presence. To live as a vibrational master in the fifth dimension, the first thing you need to understand is this: your external reality is a reflection of your inner state. This is not just a spiritual idea, it's a universal law. What you see, experience, and attract in your life is a direct mirror of the energy you hold within. If you carry fear, you'll attract situations that amplify that fear. If you radiate love, you'll magnetize experiences that reflect that love back to you. Now, here's the tricky part. How do you maintain a high vibration when life inevitably presents challenges? When someone cuts you off in traffic, when you face rejection, when things don't go as planned, how do you stay aligned with the fifth dimension in those moments? The answer is simple, but not always easy. You choose, moment by moment, how you respond. You choose whether to react from fear or to pause, breathe, and respond from love. This is what vibrational mastery is all about. It's not about avoiding challenges. It's about meeting them with a higher awareness, seeing them as opportunities to grow, to expand, and to deepen your alignment with your highest self. Let's take a practical example. Imagine you're in the middle of a stressful situation. Maybe you've just received bad news or had an argument with someone. In that moment, your vibration naturally begins to drop. You feel the weight of anger, sadness, or fear pulling you down. But here's the key: you don't have to stay there. Pause. Close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths. On each inhale, imagine yourself drawing in pure, golden light, the energy of the fifth dimension. On each exhale, see yourself releasing the heavy emotions, letting them dissolve like mist in the sunlight. Then, shift your focus. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this situation serve my growth? By doing this, you've just transformed a low vibrational experience into a stepping stone for your evolution. Here's another powerful tool: gratitude. Gratitude is one of the highest vibrational states you can embody, and it has the power to instantly shift your energy. Even in the midst of a challenge, find one thing, just one, that you can be grateful for. It could be as simple as the breath in your lungs, the lesson the challenge is teaching you, or the fact that you have the awareness to shift your vibration. Gratitude is like a lighthouse. It guides you back to the fifth dimension when you feel lost in the storm. But let's take this even deeper. Living as a vibrational master is not just about navigating challenges, it's about creating a life that feels aligned with your soul. It's about stepping fully into your power as a co-creator of your reality. And this requires one crucial thing: clarity. Ask yourself, what do I truly want to create? Not just on the surface, but at the deepest level of your being. What kind of life feels aligned with your highest self? What kind of relationships, experiences, and contributions resonate with the frequency of love, joy, and purpose? Once you have that clarity, the next step is to align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with that vision. This is where manifestation becomes a natural byproduct of your vibration. In the fifth dimension, you don't need to force things to happen. You simply align your energy with the reality you want to create, and the universe mirrors it back to you. But here's a profound truth: manifestation in the fifth dimension is not about getting, it's about becoming. It's not about attracting something external to fill a void within you. It's about embodying the energy of what you desire, knowing that it's already yours because you are already whole. Let me give you an example. Suppose you want to attract love into your life. Instead of focusing on finding a partner, focus on becoming love. Radiate love in every interaction with every person you meet. Feel love for yourself, for life, for the beauty of existence. When you vibrate at the frequency of love, you naturally attract relationships that reflect that vibration. The same principle applies to abundance, purpose, or any other desire. Instead of chasing it, become it. Embody the energy of abundance. knowing that the universe is infinite and that you are a part of that infinity. Embody the energy of purpose, trusting that your unique gifts are needed in the world. When you live from this state of being, the fifth dimension becomes your reality, not just in moments, but in every breath, every thought, every action. But here's the final question I want to leave you with. What are you willing to let go of to live in the fifth dimension? Because raising your vibration is not just about adding new practices or beliefs, it's also about releasing what no longer serves you. It's about letting go of fear, doubt, judgment, and the need to control. It's about surrendering to the flow of life, trusting that the universe is always guiding you toward your highest good. So I invite you to reflect on this. What are you holding on to that is keeping you anchored in the lower vibrations of the third dimension? And are you ready, truly ready to let it go? Because when you do, you'll find that the fifth dimension is not something you need to reach. It's already here. It's already within you. And all it takes is one moment, one breath, one choice to step into it. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Now, the real question is, will you practice this today? Because the fifth dimension isn't just a concept, it's a way of living, a vibration you carry, a reality you create. So are you ready to step into it? Now that we've explored how to raise your vibration and live as a vibrational master in the fifth dimension, let's take this journey one step further. This part is about discovering the hidden spiritual gifts that naturally awaken when you align with the frequency of the fifth dimension. These gifts are not something you need to earn or develop. They are already within you, waiting to be unlocked like a seed that blooms in the light of higher consciousness. But first, let me ask you this: what do you believe is possible for you? Not just intellectually, but deep in your heart. Do you believe you are capable of perceiving beyond the physical? Do you believe you can access intuitive guidance, connect with others telepathically, or even shape your reality with your thoughts? The fifth dimension challenges you to expand your understanding of yourself, to see yourself not as a limited being, but as an infinite consciousness with extraordinary potential. These gifts, what many call spiritual abilities, are not reserved for the enlightened few. They are natural byproducts of stepping into higher states of vibration. Let's explore a few of these gifts and how you can begin to notice and cultivate them in your daily life. Consider this: have you ever had a moment where you just knew something? You couldn't explain how, but you felt an inner certainty, a gut feeling that turned out to be true. This is the awakening of intuition, one of the most accessible gifts of fifth dimensional living. In the third dimension, intuition is often dismissed as coincidence or irrationality. But in the fifth dimension, intuition becomes your compass. It's a direct line of communication between your higher self and your conscious mind. To strengthen your intuition, start with trust. The next time you feel a nudge, a whisper, or a knowing, act on it without overanalyzing. Begin small. Maybe it's a feeling to call a friend, take a different route home, or make a decision that seems illogical but feels right. As you consistently honor your intuition, you'll notice it becoming clearer and more reliable. This is because intuition thrives in an environment of trust. Doubt clouds the signal, trust amplifies it. Another profound gift that awakens in the fifth dimension is energy sensitivity. You begin to feel the subtle vibrations of people, places, and situations. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt the energy, whether it was tense, joyful, or heavy? That's your energetic awareness tuning in. In the fifth dimension, this sensitivity becomes heightened. You start to perceive not just the physical world, but the energetic currents that flow beneath the surface. Here's a practice to cultivate this gift the next time you're in nature. Pause and close your eyes. Tune into the energy around you. Feel the vibration of the earth beneath your feet, the aliveness of the trees, the gentle hum of the wind. Let yourself become one with this energy. Over time, you'll notice this sensitivity extending to other areas of your life. You'll feel the energy of people before they even speak. You'll sense the vibrational quality of opportunities, decisions, and relationships. Now let's talk about one of the most exciting gifts of the fifth dimension: manifestation. In this higher state of consciousness, manifestation becomes faster, easier, and more aligned with your soul. Why? Because in the fifth dimension, there's no separation between thought and reality. When you align your vibration with what you desire, the universe responds instantly. But here's the secret: manifestation in the fifth dimension is not about control. It's not about forcing outcomes or trying to make things happen. It's about alignment. It's about becoming the energy of what you wish to create. For example, if you desire abundance, focus on feeling abundant now, not when you have more money or resources, but in this very moment. Gratitude, generosity, and trust are all frequencies of abundance. When you embody these, abundance flows naturally into your life. This brings us to another profound gift: telepathic connection. In the fifth dimension, communication transcends words. You begin to sense the thoughts, emotions, and intentions of others without them needing to speak. This isn't about reading minds in a superficial sense. It's about tuning into the shared field of consciousness that connects us all. You've likely already experienced glimpses of this. Have you ever thought of someone only for them to call or text moments later? Or felt someone's mood shift without them saying a word? These are subtle forms of telepathy. To cultivate this gift, practice deep presence and empathy. When you're with someone, set the intention to truly connect not just with their words, but with their energy. Notice what you feel in their presence and trust the impressions you receive. One of the most mystical gifts that awakens in the fifth dimension is the ability to perceive sacred geometry and the interconnected patterns of the universe. Have you ever seen intricate patterns in your mind's eye during meditation? Or felt a deep resonance with symbols like the flower of life or Metatron's cube? These are not just abstract shapes, they are the blueprints of creation. In the fifth dimension, these patterns begin to reveal themselves to you, offering insights into the divine order of the universe. To connect with sacred geometry, spend time meditating on these symbols. Visualize them in your mind's eye, allowing them to expand and unfold. Notice how they make you feel, what emotions, thoughts, or insights arise as you focus on them. These symbols are like keys, unlocking deeper layers of understanding and connection to the infinite. But here's the most profound gift of all: unconditional love. In the fifth dimension, love is not just an emotion, it's a state of being. It flows effortlessly from your heart, touching everyone and everything you encounter. This love is not based on conditions or expectations. It doesn't seek to be returned or validated. It simply is. When you live in the vibration of unconditional love, you become a beacon of light in the world. Your presence alone uplifts others. You inspire healing, connection, and transformation not through effort, but simply by being who you truly are. So let me ask you, are you ready to embrace your gifts? Are you ready to live as a vibrational master, embodying the wisdom, love, and power of the fifth dimension? Because this is not just about you. Every time you raise your vibration, every time you align with your gifts, you ripple that energy out into the collective. You become a catalyst for the awakening of humanity. Take a moment to reflect on this. What gifts are awakening within you right now? What signs, synchronicities, or glimpses of higher potential have you noticed? And most importantly, how will you use these gifts not just for your own growth, but to serve the greater good? The time has come to step fully into your power, to remember who you are, to live as the infinite, radiant being you were always meant to be. The fifth dimension is not a destination, it's your true home. And it's calling you to return. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Now, the question remains, what will you do with the gifts waiting to be unlocked within you? The choice and the power is yours.